Hello, my dear friends. Santosh here. How are you all? Okay, today we discuss schools of Buddhism. First one, Mahayana. It is one of the two main schools of Buddhism. The term Mahayana is a Sanskrit word which literally means a great vehicle. It believes in the heavenly lines of the Buddha and idol worship of Buddha and Bodhisattvas embodying Buddha nature. It originated in northern India and Kashmir and then spread east into Central Asia, East Asia and some areas of Southeast Asia. Buddhist school embedded in China, Korea, Tibet and Japan belong to the Mahayana tradition. Okay, friends, now we discuss Hinayana. Okay, literally lesser vehicle, also known as abundant vehicle or defective vehicle. It believes in the original teaching of Buddha or doctrine of elders. It does not believe in idol worship and tries to attain individual salvation through self-discipline and meditation. Theravada is a Hinayan sector. Okay, now we discuss Theravada. It is the most ancient branch of extant Buddhism today. It remains closest to the original teachings of the Buddha. Theravada Buddhism developed in Sri Lanka and subsequently spread to the rest of Southeast Asia. It is a dominant form of religion in the Cambodia, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Okay, now Vajrayana. Vajrayana means the vehicle of thunderbolt, also known as Tantric Buddhism. They do tantric activities. Okay, this Buddhist school developed in India around 900 BCE. It is grounded on a esoteric elements and very complex set of rituals compared with the rest of the Buddhist schools. Okay, now we discuss Jain. It is a school of Mahayana Buddhism that originated in China during the Tang dynasty. Dynasty. As the Chang school of Chinese Buddhism in and later developed into various schools. It spread to Japan in 7th century BCE. Meditation is the most distinguished features of this Buddhist tradition. Now we discuss spread of Buddhism. Okay, Buddha had two kinds of disciples. First one is monks. Monks means bhikshus. Second one, lay worshippers. It called upasaks. The monks were organized into the Sangha for the purpose of spreading his teachings. The Sangha was governed on democratic lines and was empowered to enforce the discipline among its members. Owing to the organized efforts made by the Sangha, Buddhism made rapid progress in North India, even during the Buddha's lifetime. After the death of Buddha, his followers transferred on his path of meditation and roamed throughout the countryside. For 200 years, Buddhism remained overshadowed by the Hindu counterparts until the advent of great Mauryan king Ashoka. After the bloodbath in his culling conquest, Emperor Ashoka decided to give up the policy of worldly conquest and adopted Dhamma conquest. Okay, friends, now we discuss all this in simple words. Okay, Buddhism does not recognize the existence of God and soul Atma. This can be taken as the kind of revolution in the history of Indian religions. Since early Buddhism was not immersed in the claptrap of philosophical discussion, it appealed to the common people. It particularly won the support of the lower orders and attacked the Varna system. People were taken into the Buddhist order without any consideration of caste. Women also were admitted to the Sangha and thus brought on a par with men. In comparison with Brahmanism, Buddhism was liberal and democratic. Buddhism made a special appeal to the people of non-Vedic area where it found a virgin soil for conversion. The people of Magda responded rudely to Buddhism because they were looked down upon by the orthodox Brahmins. Magda was placed outside the pale of the holy Aryavarta, the land of Aryas, governing modern Uttar Pradesh. The old tradition persisted, and the people of North Bihar would not like to be cremated south of the Ganga in Magadha. Okay. The personality of the Buddha and the method adopted by him to preach his religion helped the spread of Buddhism. He tried to fight evil by goodness and hatred by love. He refused to be provoked by the slander and abuse. He maintained the poise and calm under difficult conditions and tackled his opponents with wit and presence of mind. In simple words, he focused on love. It is said that on one it is said that on one occasion an ignorant person abused him. The Buddha listened on silently, and when the person has stopped abusing, the Buddha asked, "My son, if a person does not accept a present, what will happen to it?" His adversary replied, "It remains with the person who has offered it." The Buddha then said, "My son, I do not accept your abuse." In simple words, that somebody giving me a chocolate and anything, but we don't accept it, then what's the matter? They said that. The use of Pali, the language of the people, also contributed to the spread of Buddhism. It facilitated the spread of Buddhist doctrine among the common people. Gautam Buddha also organized the Sangha, or the religious order whose doors were kept open to everybody, irrespective of caste and sex. The only condition required of the monk was that they would faithfully observe the rules and regulations of the Sangha. Once they were enrolled as a member of Buddhist church, they had to take the vow of continence, poverty, and faith. So there are three main elements in Buddhism: Buddha, Sangha, and Dhamma. As a result of organized preaching under the auspices of the Sangha, Buddhism made rapid stride even the lifetime of the Buddha. The monarchies of the Magadha, Kaushal, and Kosambi, and several republican states, and the people adopted this religion. 200 years after the death of the Buddha, the famous Mauryan king Ashoka embraced Buddhism. This was an epoch-making event. So his agent Ashoka spread Buddhism into Central Asia, West Asia, and Sri Lanka, and thus transformed it into a world religion. Even today, Sri Lanka, Burma is called Myanmar, Tibet, and parts of China and the Japan profess Buddhism. Also, the Buddhism disappeared from the land of its birth. It continued to hold ground in the countries of South Asia, Southeast Asia, and East Asia. Ashoka, during the Third Buddhist Council, dispatched the various Buddhist missions to different areas such as Gandhar, Kashmir, Greece, Sri Lanka, Burma. Burma means Myanmar, Egypt, and Thailand. Through its missionary effort, Ashoka spread Buddhism into West Asia and Ceylon. Thus, a local religious sect was transformed into a world religion. Okay, friends, thank you for watching my video. Okay, see you again in my next video. Okay, bye bye. See you again.